One of the internet's favorite comedy formats right now actually comes from a line that's over 35 years old. The viral meme, "Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here," has completely taken over X, with users remixing the phrase into endless jokes based on movies, games, music, and basically every fandom imaginable. And the funniest part? The original line is intentionally wrong. The meme comes from the 1989 film Back to the Future Part 2, during a scene where Biff Tannen confronts Marty McFly at school. Biff tries to sound intimidating and clever, but completely messes up a classic expression. Instead of saying, "Make like a tree and leave," he says, "Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?" That awkward failed pun became one of Biff's most memorable lines, because it perfectly captured his character. He wants to sound tough, but he is also hilariously dumb. Over the years, the scene turned into a reaction GIF online, especially on Twitter and meme forums. But in 2026, it suddenly evolved into something much bigger. The new version of the meme started when users began treating Biff's line like a customizable template. Instead of "tree and leave," people started inserting random pop culture references followed by matching punchlines. One viral example said, "Why don't you make like a pomni and start looking for the exit," referencing the Amazing Digital Circus. Another joked, "Why don't you make like a hello neighbor and get out?" And then the internet just completely lost control of the format. Gamers especially embraced it because it works perfectly with titles that already sound like phrases. People started making versions like, "Why don't you make like a Half-Life 2 and a RR? Why don't you make like CS and go out of here?" Some jokes were clever wordplay, others were intentionally terrible, but that's exactly why the meme works. The humor comes from how forced and awkward the punchlines are, just like Biff's original mistake. One of the most popular edits even gave Biff a Michael Jackson outfit with the caption, "Why don't you make like a Thriller and beat it?" And honestly, that one feels exactly like the kind of joke Biff himself would make. What really pushed the meme viral is how flexible the format became. It's basically a snow clone now, a reusable sentence structure people can endlessly customize. Every fandom immediately found ways to adapt it. Anime fans, gamers, movie fans, retro meme pages, everyone joined in. And there's also this weird nostalgia factor helping the meme spread. Younger internet users are rediscovering Back to the Future through memes, while older fans instantly recognize the original scene. So the joke somehow works across generations. The meme also proves something important about internet humor. Sometimes comedy doesn't need to be smart. In fact, the worse the pun is, the funnier it becomes. Watching people desperately force game titles, movie names, and random characters into Biff's broken sentence structure is exactly the point. At this stage, "Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?" has basically become the internet's newest customizable dad joke generator. And somehow, a failed insult from a 1989 movie villain became one of the biggest meme formats of 2026.